What's up, guys? Hope you're doing awesome. Hey, I wanted to come on and shoot a quick video on a question I get often, which is if you were to start your agency from zero, if I had to start over again, I don't have any clients, I don't have any recurring revenue, I don't have a lot of experience in any particular vertical, what would I do? And so I thought this would be kind of fun to unpack this with you guys and kind of walk you through how I would approach it were I starting from ground up. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like if that sounds interesting, you're excited about hearing me kind of unpack this for you. So the first thing I would do is I would pick a hypothetical niche. You hear me talk a lot about, the fastest way to grow your agency is to choose a niche, position yourself as the expert, and get clients to start to come to you pre-positioned to buy. That's sometimes easier said than done, right? It's easy when you've got a couple of clients. It's hard when you don't have any and you're just kind of saying, hey, I think I'm going to go after some niche. And so that's why I say pick a hypothetical niche. That's what I would do. I would say out of all of the different verticals that are available in home services, in legal, in healthcare, what's one where I have a little bit of affinity, where I have a little bit of background experience, where I might have some people that could plug me in and introduce me, and choose a hypothetical niche. Hypothetical meaning it's not permanent. It may or may not be what sticks, but that's where I'm going to start. So I would choose a hypothetical niche, and then I would really focus on my sphere of influence. So people that I know, people that I've done business with in the past, people that I've come in contact with, and I would just reach out. And I would, let's just say the hypothetical niche was pool builders, right? I would reach out and say, hey, I'm building a digital marketing agency. I'm thinking about working with pool contractors. Do you know anybody in that space that you could introduce me to? That I could just kind of pick their brain, get a sense of, what their business is like, what they do to market, whether there's any problems with lead generation that I could help solve, right? That's where I would start. I would look to my sphere of influence to try and get some introductions. I would probably hand select 10 companies in my local area. So if I'm in Miami, I'd look at 10 or 15 companies in my local area and just make a quick introduction. Hey, I'm starting a new digital marketing agency. I'm going to be working with pool contractors. I've got some ideas on how I think you guys might be able to generate better results online. Don't want to sell you anything, but I'd love to schedule just a few minutes of your time to understand how you market yourself now, to kind of see where there might be challenges, talk a little bit about your goals, and see whether there's something that I could help the industry with, right? And when you approach it in that way, they'll probably say, yeah, sure, let's talk. Let's have a quick conversation. You're not going into that with any intention to sell. You're just going into it with the intention of, let me get to know you a little bit. Maybe you can tell me about industry events and associations that happen. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about kind of how the business runs and where there's room for improvement. I would probably shoot to have, 15 to 30 of those types of conversations on the front end. That would give me a pretty good understanding of the industry, kind of how they market, where they get their leads. Are they getting them from Thumbtack? Are they getting them from Google Ads? Or is local service ads playing a big part? Are they running Facebook ads? What's the average transaction value? What are they doing in terms of following up with the customers? Is there repeat and referral play, right? Just start to work the sphere of influence and start to get a sense of whether there's a true opportunity within that space. The next thing I would do is I would check into some of the local groups and organizations, right? So I would say, I know it's hard for me to cold call businesses blind. I would prefer to have my friends introduce me to friends of theirs or business colleagues that I've met with in the past, right? That's going to be my easiest intro to get a couple of clients within the space. I'm going to have just open discussion dialogues with a couple of businesses. But then the next easy play is to find the local BNI group, find the local chamber of commerce where they get together for breakfasts or they get together for lunches, not to try and sell anybody, but just to say, hey, look, I'm running a digital marketing agency. We're working with this niche, pool contractors, and I was wondering if you know anybody you could introduce me to, and I could kind of chat with them and see whether there's a fit. I promise you, if you reach out to the people within your local area and you have those kinds of low pressure conversations, and then you go to the local BNI, you go to the local chamber of commerce, they all want to introduce people, right? They get credit for plugging people into other people. You're going to get some appointments, right? And my main focus out of the gates would be to get one or two clients within the vertical. 1 or 2 clients that would pay me something, probably cover my costs to develop the websites, to build out the strategy, to do whatever it is I have come to the market to deliver. And I would focus on knocking it out of the park for those 1 to 2 clients, right? All my best work so that I could say, this is the client, this is what I did, and this is the result, right? And develop an advocate and a case study. So I'm not coming into the vertical just slamming. I'm trying to get 1 or 2 clients. I'm trying to prove my value, to prove my results, to prove, look, I can show you how to spend $1 and get 5 in return, right? And armed with that, I could quickly accelerate to a 7-figure digital marketing agency within that space. Because so few people have proven results. So few people have case studies and have, client advocates that will speak on their behalf. So that would be my focus. Knock it out of the park and then document the results of that case study. So be able to have a video showing, hey, here's the client, here's what we did, here's the results, here's how we did it. And with that documented case study, I could create lead magnets, I could create checklists, I could create guides, I could reach out to the association and say, hey, I'd like to come speak and show what we did to generate X result. I could publish a book, right? How to X results by doing this within your internet market, within your, pool company, right? So with those 1 to 2 client wins and that 1 or 2 client advocates, I could really go deep into that industry at that point. I would get a list of all of the pool builders, let's just say, throughout the country that are doing over $1 million per year in revenue. I would find out if there's an association within that vertical that I could join, right? So I could get access to their list. So I could say I'm an affiliate, member of the organization. So I could reach out and make introductions and start to have sales opportunities and sales conversations. I would reach out to that list from all angles, right? So once I have that list of prospects, I would upload it as a custom audience on Facebook so I could target them with Facebook ads. I would send them emails, non-obtrusive, but more case study based. Hey, I've got a webinar coming up on this topic. Hey, I specialize in helping pool builders generate more jobs by getting their internet marketing right. Would love to jump on a quick chat to show you what we do and the results we've gotten for others, right? I would go after them from all angles with that type of messaging. I would do a webinar probably at least once a month on a different topic. How to set up your pool building website for maximum conversion, how to leverage Facebook ads for your pool building business, how to convert the leads that you get at the highest level possible, right? I would be rolling out that type of content and before long be positioned as the unquestioned expert within that space, right? And pool builders would start to reach out to me and say, hey, Josh, I see what you've done for other pool build companies. Can you do it for me? How much is it going to cost, right? And I would really focus on an ongoing basis on 3 things. 1, webinar every month on a new topic. 2, case studies. Every time I get a client, I would focus on making that client a case study. Hey, let's figure out what we did. Let's prove the result. And then let's record a video. Let's record a Zoom interview with them, talking about their experience, talking about their results. And then I would do interviews. I would do interviews with successful people within that space on how they're doing it, how they're growing, and what's working best for them. I have no question, if I started from scratch, I'm not saying that's the niche, right? I'm just saying that would be my approach. And within the first couple of months, I'd have at least 1 case study client. Within the first 2 to 3 months, I'd have a client that I could showcase. Here's the client, here's the result. And know that they've got my back. They're willing to introduce me to others. And within 12 to 24 months, I would have a 7-figure digital marketing agency within that space. That's what I would do if I was starting from scratch. That's what we teach people to do here at the 7-figure agency. I've got an event coming up in a couple of weeks called the 7-Figure Agency Roadmap Live, where we're going to unpack this in depth. We're going to help you map this out. We're going to help you build the model to truly scale your agency to 7 figures and beyond. So if this was helpful and you got some insights from here, let me know in the comments. If you have any follow-up questions, post them as well. Other than that, go take your agency to the next level. I look forward to hopefully seeing you at the Roadmap Live. And if you have any questions, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. I'll talk to you soon.